We are chosen to do it. Nothing more, I said chosen from heaven itself. Chosen to do this very work we are doing now. Don't think we woke up one morning and decided, oh, let's go and let us try and do Biafra. No. It's by force. And that is why everything I say comes to pass. I said there is nobody on this earth. I don't care if they are prophets, seer, soothsayer, people involved in divination. Nobody can match our level of accuracy. No human being on this earth. I said nobody can match it. Do you know, when I said that Biafra will come, I gave an interview in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills, to Town Hall News, if some of you can remember. And I said that under Obama, under a Democratic president in America, Biafra can never come. He will come under a Republican. Just watch and see what is going to happen. As they say in our place in Gugaga, and today we are telling our people, don't defend, we are going to defend ourselves. All these division is what they want you to do. They form their Senegambia in the north. The whole of the north. The whole of the west is only you people. Oh, we're in southeast. We're in south. It's an Igbo affair. It's a job. It's Ogoni. You are foolish. You never learn anything. Since 1967. I am telling you today that God will destroy Nigeria. If Hausas do not remove themselves from the Fulanis, they will also be destroyed. Write it down on a piece of paper. When it happens, I will come back here and tell you, I told you. The only solution, the only remedy is to let Biafra go. As long as you hold on to Biafra, what Pharaoh suffered will fade into insignificance compared to what shall befall all of them. Anybody siding the Fulanis will be consumed. And then you know that I don't do what I do out of any strength of mine. It's by the grace of Elohim. Our own security is coming for the entire East, for the entire Biafra land, not Southeast, not South, as all of us together. One, to defend the frontier. The best line of defense will be mounted in Kogi and in Benue. That is our line of defense. Not in Nembe. You cannot be in Nembe saying, oh, we are fighting herdsmen in Nembe. We are fighting herdsmen in Okrika. It's too late. They have already breached our defenses. It's common sense. You don't need to go to military school to know that. Together as one people, we mount a line of defense in Kogi and in Benue. They will not come in.
Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in this zoo. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone. I know that some people may say that Amotekun has some veneer of legal backing from their various houses of assembly in the West, that we must also seek to do the same in the East. We are letting them understand this very that our land is under occupation. The land of Biafra is under occupation with the tacit approval of those you call down the drain They have benefited from the relentless onslaught of a government determined to exterminate Biafrans, especially their youths. We are not beholden to them, because today we present to the world our first and our last line of defense against Fulani Janjaweed-inspired murderous anarchy and mayhem across the entire Middle Belt and the South. The Eastern Security Network is here to bring to an end years of Fulani Miyetti Allah terrorism in our land. This very security outfit is modeled, as I have said before, along the lines of Amoteku in the West, and even the vigilante group formed by Miyetti Allah themselves. Therefore, we are South, which is the former East, with the necessary assurance that crimes such as kidnapping, armed robbery, illegal abduction of innocent people is brought to an end very imminently. We must bring all these things to an end. We must understand that years of torment has come to an end. I also appreciate the fact that some of you, those who are in the service or in the pay of the Zoological Republic, I know that some of you cannot fathom what we are about to unveil this very evening. You thought that pictures were overwhelming. After this broadcast, the entire video will be released. That all of you may understand how serious we are, that we have come determined to do the will of the Most High Elohim. What is our story? I ask. Our story is that we have been killed for very many years. Just days ago, Fulani Muslims, yes, Fulani, call them headsmen, call them Miyetti Allah, call them Boko Haram, call them ISIS in West Africa. They murdered over 100 rice farmers, purportedly Christians, in cold blood in Borno State. Am I upset about it? Of course I am. Are we grieving? Of course we are grieving. But it is very, very disheartening, very, very discouraging that up until now, the international community have failed to do something about the murderous outrage perpetrated by Fulani terrorists on a dangerous populations in the zoo called Nigeria. Sometimes I feel disconnected, sometimes outrage and anger over these killings and the insincerity, the duplicitousness, and the profound lacking of seriousness, or should I say, stark appreciation of history. Our people, we do not learn, we have never learned, and until we rise up, all of us, one after the other, to support these very glorious efforts we are making to secure our land, our enemies will triumph over us. But heaven will forbid it. We will ensure that that will never happen in our time. You might ask, what is history? It is a very dark, hideous history of our people. Power on the ashes of a genocide they themselves committed. It is a history banned in schools out of a sense of denial, yet it is a history still accessible to anybody and everybody who is willing to learn. On the trajectory that we have decided to embark upon, there is no going back. People are going to call, I know that for sure. There are those who may be interested to understand the reason why we do things the way we do it. In the fullness of time, they will come to appreciate the benefit of our tenacity, the benefit of our dedication and devotion to ensuring that Biafraland is secured. There were those in the Middle Belt in years gone by who stupidly joined in committing genocide. They called it a civil war. They said they fought that very war to unite Nigeria. That same Nigeria is now killing everybody. Or should I say, presiding over a reign of terrorism from Fulani Janjaweed. All of you are now regretting it. History is now repeating itself. What transpired against Biafrans, all the conspiracy against Biafra, is now being visited upon those very people that helped the Fulani Janjaweed terrorist caliphate to inflict what amounted to the second worst genocide in the history of the world. Some of them are weeping. We are all weeping. But none of you wept for Eastern Nigeria, so to speak, which is land of Biafra. None of you wept for the Igbo when they are being massacred. None of you wept for even Ejo and other ethnic groups that made up Eastern Nigeria. None of you ever wept for us. We died that your useless Nigeria may be won. And today, all of us are dying. But one day, weeping must come to an end. We have decided not to weep anymore. We have decided not to cry anymore. We have decided not to complain anymore. We have decided not to petition anybody anymore. But I'm sure by the time the Fulani Janjaweed gets exactly what they're looking for in our land, the world will be forced to intervene. This very security outfit is very proactive. It has been set up that very way. We are going to confront every enemy. We are going to confront anybody who will come to kill us. Because there is a method in our madness. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done and we have sent them packing from Biafraland, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. We are not going to keep on weeping. This very evening, we want to remind the world that Fulani terrorists massacred us at Nimbo. They killed us at Ozowani. They came to my house with uniforms and killed over 28 people, as a result of which my parents died. These people will continue killing. All of you are witness to what will happen again. And any governor who foolishly sides with the zoo to inflict death, pain, and suffering upon our people will be held personally responsible, himself and his family. Himself and his family. And all of you that participated or encouraged the slaughter of the innocent at Obibo, you all will be held accountable at the right time. You cannot go free, including Wike. You cannot go free. I assure you, I'm saying it so that the world can hear. So that the day you meet your nemesis, they will know that I announced it live on air. If they want us to go to ICC, we go to ICC. Any court in the world they want us to go to, we'll go there. But Wike cannot go free. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And the same goes for any other idiotic governor that may want to kill our people. In the coming days and weeks, people are going to come out to protest. This very Eastern Security Network will provide much needed security for protesters across Biafraland. I repeat, they will provide security for peaceful protesters across Biafraland. Any idiot in uniform that wants to dare us, you're more than welcome to do so. But you will bear the brunt and the consequences will be very dire, I assure you. I assure you. Those of you that bore witness to what happened at Zakibiam, at Odi, Emene, Obibo, Isiama Farugu, in Aba, at Mpo, must know that we cannot allow such senseless state-sponsored massacre of the innocent to continue. We can't allow it. We will never, ever allow it. Therefore, EU, British government, the US government, that wherever the Nigerian army goes in again to massacre innocent people, we are going to retaliate. We will retaliate. OPB will be the last time any sitting governor anywhere will give the order for innocent people to be killed. Should that happen again, that governor will die. I am saying it, so you cut out this very clip and send it to the ICC, so they can have it there with them. And all these criminals, all these murderers, we shall meet them there, should the need arise. You cannot go about killing innocent people and you expect them to do nothing. It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. It cannot happen. We have come to die for what we believe in. We have come that we may be free. The zoo, named by a white woman, not a black African woman, it has no right to exist. And anybody that kills in the name of Nigeria will be held responsible by us. Because it seems that the ICC doesn't want to do anything. It seems that all the courts of the world are silent as innocent people, men, women, and children are being slaughtered on a daily basis in Nigeria. We can't allow that to continue. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. This very Eastern Security Network is not, and I repeat, is not the army of Biafra. When the time comes for us to raise the army of Biafra, we shall announce it to the whole world. It is merely a vigilante group, the same way you have as the national vigilante in Nigeria. That is why we must all be very, very measured in how we approach the issues that confront us at this very critical time of our history. We must remain resolute and determined. All those in the pay of Janjaweed, they will come to try to discourage you from supporting this very wonderful initiative that none of your governors were able to do. As some of you will see in the video that will be posted or published after this very broadcast, you will see that we are united all the way from Kogi down to the Atlantic Ocean. We are one family, and deny ourselves to become distracted by paid agents of the damnable Zoological Republic. Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. The death of every Biafran will be avenged. If you kill a Biafran, you will be killed. No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it. Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say, those who were culpable. The same thing in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you. The men are ready. They have come to defend Biafraland, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process. Any governor found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us. Let me make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple, very, very simple, that we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of society, but in pursuit of the defense of our land so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces. Some of you saw what happened at Uli. How a very beautiful young Biafran lady went to the farm and never came back. She was not only raped, her body was mutilated, cut into pieces and strewn all across her farmland. None of you did anything. Nnamdi State Governor did nothing. Instead, he went along to appoint the same people that committed such heinous crime against the land itself into his cabinet. These are the idiots we are having to contend with in the land of Biafra. And we are saying enough is enough. If you're part of this very conspiracy to emasculate the children of God, to destroy Biafra, I know that the Fulani Janjaweed are not highly educated, they are not polished, they are not discerning, they cannot reason very well. Let me make this very, very clear. The Eastern Security Network is what it is. An organized vigilante outfit, rather than restricting the activities of the defense of our land to maybe Enugu State or Delta State or even Biafra State, for instance. We have resolved to defend the entirety of Biafran territory. Allow me to repeat, because some of you are not educated enough to understand what we are saying. I am addressing this to the Fulani Janjaweed. Allow me to repeat. The Eastern Security Network is there to safeguard our land, to stop Fulani terrorists from Mali, from Gambia, from coming into our land to kill us. And our daughters must be able to move about very, very freely. The only way out of the mess people are in Nigeria is that people should stop talking and doing the work necessary to free everybody from this Fulani-inspired bondage. Today, people died, or should I say a lawmaker was killed in Yoruba land. This same day, today, in Benue State, 4 people were killed. Even in Katsina, young boys were abducted, and girls, as a matter of fact, from the dormitories. That is the level of insecurity in Nigeria, and people are dying on a daily basis. Are you going to sit down, just lament, talk about it, and nothing happens? Or are you going to join us to ensure that this reign of Fulani terrorism, that is what we are for? That is why this very security outfit has been set up. And that is the work they are going to do. And nobody, and I repeat, nobody is going to stop us. Extrajudicial killings will no longer be tolerated. Any police commissioner, any commander of whatever army unit you are, you bring out your men to come and kill innocent people, you and your family will also die. Because that is the only language you idiots understand. When people keep quiet, you kill them. You have stifled peaceful protests. You have killed people. You have lied about it. And you think you will go on killing innocent people. It can no longer happen, not in Biafraland. Elsewhere you can try it, not in Biafraland. Although the ICC have belatedly decided to investigate atrocities by the Nigerian Army, police, and politicians, very, very late indeed. A lot of people have died, and a lot of families are angry and they are grieving, and they want vengeance. And I do not blame them. And I can never blame them, regardless of the enormity or gravity of action or actions they may take in order to avenge the death of their loved ones. Therefore, if you're a politician or a commander and you are involved in the killing of people, know that your life is no longer safe.
I want to use this opportunity to welcome our great leader, the leader of Eastern Security, in the person of Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu of Amadikyo.
December 10,111 days formed on parade. Ison. Anama. Akwa mwe makibono. Mfrère Mériota, Poisson Sen. Quand frère Foot, ils ont mis côté Eastern Region. Eastern Region, Ibibio Mommy, Anna Mommy, Oron Mommy, Efik Mommy, Ibo Mommy, Ijo Mommy, Ikwe Mommy, Oguni Mommy, Afro
in his own dialect. Officer Mara, you are welcome. The commander of Biafra State. Thank you.
Iso. Yeah. Iso. Yeah. Iso. Yeah. Iso kún mi ọkùnmọ́ fà. Ọ̀nùwà. Mi ọ̀yọ̀ rí ọgbọ́n mi ìbárò rẹ̀. Eastern Region bọ̀. Tụọmbọ. Bayasa bọ̀. Mi ọ̀yọ̀ rí ọmọgúnmi. Wà ní Eastern Region ní ògùn. Wà ní bó sẹ́ńbọ̀ ọdí kí nẹ̀mí ẹ̀nẹ̀ pàkàbọ̀mìnì. Kọmọtọrọ bí gẹ́mọ̀. Kiri ya no gumi kirimi ya no gumi kirimi mi kirimi ya no gumi kirimi murume. So many wa pagabo.
Mege ojo me do ha ohe aba de hujakide tolu ye nene chokete ache echi bo echi gala echi belu echi tv o chaka wa jeme ngini tolu Eastern Region agba jujaun de ge ojo amomaye mene turu mi tolu engide igbe o na eneke lolu unyo jaun o na eneke chendun ejokon to da mela to de amone kama ma ngbogma jada kun mege ojo ka juja kide o kete pe don kate kwengi ni alo onchaka akako dama apo egwalu ma chaka kide onchaka.
I want us to give 3 bosa to our great leader. I want to go. Osa! 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 I want to hear more of it to our great leader because it's not easy to gather this great army. I say let us give him another 3 great bosa. More of it. Let's go. More of it, let's go, let's go.
This is Eastern Security Network. Anambra State Command on patrol. Patrolling our farms to make sure there is adequate security for our mothers to farm, our women, to make sure there is no crime anymore in our country, in this old Eastern region. To make sure that our bushes are free from kidnappers, Fulani herdsmen, killings of any kind, to make sure they stop it in old Eastern region. We make sure that our land is free from every crime, killings, or whatever you might call it. We don't want it again. We don't want it again in our life. This is to make sure that there is adequate security for all the old eastern zone We're live here in Anambra State, patrolling to make sure that there is good atmosphere, security for our people, to make sure that our women are free to farm in our land, to make sure there will be no more rape, there will be no more killings in this old eastern region. This is security network, is old eastern security network, launched by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB worldwide. They're on patrol. We are patrolling all the farms and bushes to make sure there is no kidnapping, no raping, that our land will be free from any crime. Our bishop, just to show you the size of the men that are here. There are many, and we are very happy that they responded to your call, because most all of them shows that there's something that they mean what they are saying. And so that's why I decided to cover this so that you can see them. Thank you very much.
Hello fellow Biafrans. From this video you can now see that Nigerian soldiers are now secretly searching for Eastern Security Camp. You can now see what they are up to. You can see how obviously they are desperately looking for our young men who want to defend our fatherland from herdsmen. You can see that Nigeria is bringing war to our land. You can see from this video that we obtained from one of Nigerian soldier that these men are on ground actually. And then when we tell you that these men are secretly searching for Eastern Security Camp, you thought that we are joking. We have the facts. From this video you can see it, that they are seriously conducting a secret search ordered by Muhammadu Buhari to shoot at a site any Eastern Security men. So from this video you can now confirm it.